Good afternoon, beautiful ladies, wonderful gentlemen. Good morning, good evening, however you are viewing this live. I appreciate you for taking the time out to tap in and tune, or should I say, tune in to this very difficult conversation. This is a difficult but easy for me, but it's difficult for a lot of people to handle dialogue. We have a lot of situations that's been going on, and one of the most biggest situations that we have in the world is a situation that occurs when you have one or two or maybe three who think they're better than one, or one who don't think they are as equal. So there's many ways that you can look at this. And we talk about race. We talk about race, the rat race. Like I told you before, ladies and gentlemen, I told you that there are many lanes. We have lanes that we have to play. And we are racing in our lanes. We're running in the lanes. We are all placed in the lane. And this lane that we are in is what are we doing in our lane? Are we focusing on everyone else's lane? Or are we focused on our lane? Me as a melanated person, me as a brown man, me as a black man, I look at my lane and say, what can I do better for my lane? And that is enlighten the lane to wake up and be better. And sometimes being better means that you got to be a little bit uncomfortable to become better. Sometimes to get better, it takes your foundation to be shook like a little earthquake for you to build a stronger foundation. And we've been underneath a major spell for many, many years. There's a lot of entities out there. There's a lot of organizations. There's a lot of people out there that's casting spells on one another. And this is the conversation. We're talking about black pride versus white supremacy. Is there a difference? Is there a difference between pride and supremacy? And we're going to get into it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get into it. Is there a difference between pride and supremacy? And as I'm saying this, I think I can throw my little situation I just went through into it. Men, how many men really has a certain level of pride to them where, what I'm saying, you might be talking to someone and you might feel like they disrespected you, and your pride kicks in. And then your pride kicks in and it maximize your supremacy. You understand what I'm saying? So I think pride and supremacy actually can work together, especially as I'm about to break down this situation. Man, talk to a woman, another man pops up. Okay, let's put it to like animals. You have dogs, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. Okay. Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. So let's talk about a lion. So when you have lions and you have a pride of lions, and you have a bunch of lioness, they all in the they all roaming the plains. But there's this one lion, this is his territory. And then when you have another lion who might have a nicer mane, his coat might look nice. He might not have a lot of bites on his body. He might not be, a victim of society. He walks the lands and no one messes with him. And so you might think that that's a little bit better than the lion that you've been rolling with. Pride is going to kick in and they're going to have a fight. And then after the warrior lion wins, then the warrior lion has to check the lioness. That's the wild. The wild is no different than the world that we live in. The world in which we live in is no different than the jungle. It's just that we have compassion. We have a different type of brain. Our brain is not like a gang mindset. See, gang members, they like the animals. It's fight, fight, kill, kill, and destroy. But when you look at regular humans, we are different than animals. There's a lot of animals in this world. And that's why there's so much fighting. And that's the reason why there's a supreme race. Because there's a lot of animals. And so someone has to step out and say, you know what? Everything's animalistic. Everything's out of control. And it's important. It's important for me to be supreme over all this shit. Now I'm saying to the folks out there who has a lot of pride, do you want to have pride and be animals? Or do you want to be the Lion King and have supremacy over all the animals? And that's what we have to really understand, overstand. Because, ladies and gentlemen, where we at right now, we are lost. Because so many people want to be a victim. So many people want to be weak. A lot of people want to be weak. A lot of people is tired and they just want to be weak. A lot of people just tired themselves and they just be weak. And then they get mad at those who go out there to be supreme. I'm gonna give us a weak pass. I'm gonna give the black race. I guess we tired. We weakened. I guess we've been through so much. We had slavery for 400 years, 200 years, 300 years, and in like the last 150 years, this freedom and trying to figure this shit out. We're trying to figure it out the last 100 years. 150 years, we're trying to figure it out. Scratching our heads, being animals. It's hard to figure stuff out being animals. Although animals can figure things out sometimes way faster than humans. They know when it's about to rain. They know when it's about to get cold. So what type of animals that we be being if we can't be like the animals? For example, I was talking to a young lady and I said, I had a dog. I told her I had a pit bull. And my pit bull, I never had to walk it on a leash. When I got the dog, the lady gave me the leash and I was walking with the leash in my hand. And I told her, well, if the dog come out and follow me, then I'll take it with me. The dog came out and it just followed and walked with me. And I didn't even feel like I needed to put a leash on it. But because I was like, yo, this dog is so beautiful, I don't want it to run away, so I put the leash on it. But the dog never needed a leash because it knew who it was with. It was with me. I trained my dog, not hard. I didn't take much for the training of the dog. But why? Because the dog felt me from the beginning. If your woman can't feel you from the beginning, you have to train your woman, then that's a problem. And a lot of women don't want to be trained. But then they might run to a supreme person who can tame them better because he might not look like them. It's a lot hard. We go through hardship because we don't know how to be trained and tamed by those who look like us. So we go to someone else to be trained and tamed. And that makes them supreme. So I said, if I can if I can point my finger, snap my fingers and point to the ground and my dog sit down, without me raising my voice, without me screaming at it, without me telling it what to do, I need my woman to be a little bit like my dog, meaning that I don't have to scream at her. I don't have to be yelling to get my point across. I don't have to talk over her barking. It's because from the beginning, she respected me. I love my dog. My dog name was Honey. I'm looking for a new honey, but sometimes your honey don't understand that you cannot be always part of the superior. Ooh, where are you going with this? The superiors. There's those who walk around being superior because those individuals are putting them in that position. A lot of us folks who have pride put others in more powerful positions to become superior over you because you're not walking in supremacy. You're just walking in pride. That's why a lot of relationships don't last, because a lot of people will be moving on pride. And the pride that's living right now is woman's pride. It's not even black pride, but it's woman's pride. So when you look at pride and supremacy, there's a difference, but yet and still there's a similarity. And why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because I've noticed that people's talk about, for like the last 2 years, they've been talking about the manosphere, and then they've been talking about the infiltration of the manosphere. And I'm like, who infiltrated the manosphere? And they say, hey, some little Caucasian woman by the name of Curly Things. I'm like, who? Who that? How she infiltrated it? How she controls it? And that's because she ain't moving off of white pride. She's moving off of white supremacy. Black folks move off of pride. Yo, I'm the first to do this. I'm the first one to open up a school that was raised money by, that the money was raised by all black people. Black people. That's pride. That's not supremacy. That's pride. I'm the first to do this, or I'm this. That's pride. Those who are supreme, they don't even acknowledge themselves. That's what makes you supreme. And so we're going to really get into this situation that's hurting us, which is that we have too much pride, but we don't know how to become supreme. No one's teaching this race how to become supreme. And one way that you become supreme, and I learned this from one of my elders. You know, he went down to Virginia. He was out there. He was, at this big motorcycle club event. I think he's from Virginia, so he knew what's going on. He knew he can make some money, so he's out there selling the water. And so he was saying that he was talking to one of the bikers, one of the heads of the club, and the dude said like this. He said, "You know what the problem with you folks, the black men?" He said, "You allow your women to have more power over you. You allow your women to be supreme over you." And it's funny because the person he was talking to, if that guy knew who he was talking to, he was like, "Whoa, do you?" But it didn't matter. He was just talking white man to black man, man to man. And his conversation was, excuse me, his conversation was powerful enough for him to hear him as a man and understand what was he saying as a man. The only way that you can become supreme, okay, I need y'all to hear me on this. The only way for you to have supremacy is for you, and I'm talking to our men, to have more control of yourselves, your family, and your community, meaning your wife and your kids. And if your wife cannot be as obedient and loving as your dog, then you need to get rid of that bitch. And it goes the other way for women. If your man cannot be as loving as your cat, then you need to let him go. We living off of pride too much, and we losing one another. And we, as the picture, as the avatar shows, you got the little white boy. I took that picture. That's a real picture that I took. That was at a St. Patrick's parade out in Philly. The St. Patrick's Day parade. You see our little black girls, you should have saw them. I mean, I'm talking to them, selling this stuff. I'm looking at them like, oh, y'all look stupid. Because it was a college, you can tell it was college students, about like 30 college students. They was all sitting in steps. I'm gonna say about like 98% of them was white. And you had those two black girls and maybe one other black person. I think it was a girl. And you should have seen the way these black girls was all over this dude. Because the dude came to me, he was like, yo, I want to buy a button. So he's buying the button. Then they running all up on him. And as you see the picture, that's how they was acting all around the nigga. I'm looking at these chicks, and they half dressed, titties hanging out, and all up underneath the supreme person. I guess he had supremacy. I guess, out of all those college students, what I'm saying, he was probably that kid, what I'm saying, he probably had a little bit of money, he was probably that nigga in the clique. And those little black girls, like, you know what? We got to be the center of attention. We and he's gonna buy us a button. He bought them to a button, and I took the picture. And I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this picture. It was a nice picture, it was cool, but I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this picture. And so I put the picture up because it shows supremacy, white supremacy, in the most peacefulest form and loving form. Our people allow other people to be supreme over them because they don't respect our people enough. They don't love our people enough. I'm going to go into a videotape or two, just to let you see and understand where I'm at with this whole thing. But black pride is way different than white supremacy when it comes to getting the girls, getting the bag. You can have all the pride you want. You can throw all the black fists up in the air you want. But to have supremacy, you have to take the pride and mix it with something. And that's what we've been failing to do lately. We've been failing to just take our pride and mix it with something. We have pride, and our pride is what's killing us. Our pride is what's holding us back. Our pride got us fighting one another. Black pride is now nigger pride. Black pride has black people fighting all over the place. That's why it's very difficult for me to really deal with this Umar Johnson situation, because if it wasn't for my pride, I ain't gonna lie, I do have pride with the situation. Like, yo, you ain't gonna get over on me like that. But yet still, I know that the pride and all the other shit is like the stagnation of us. So when we have our black pride and our black pride takes our energy to go against one another, that's the problem. When our black pride takes our energy to disrespect and hate one another, that's our problem. Then that's what makes someone else become supreme over you. I mean, if you think if you want to look at the slavery story, they saw a bunch of niggas fighting, a bunch of niggas living amongst each other and fighting and not really living in harmony. And they said, yo, that farm, that animal farm needs to be tamed. And we're going to go tame that shit because they don't know what they have. And because they don't know what they have and they don't know who they are, people say, no, we knew who we were. We were kings, queens. You can say that's the black pride. That's the black pride. But the real reality is, if we was kings and queens, we would have had our army destroy the motherfucking little fools that came over to take us from our land. If we was kings and queens in this country, America, then we would have had an army to protect us, and we wouldn't have lost our land and country. That's why all that black pride talk that y'all do out there, it don't resonate in my blood 100%, because I would sit back and say, you know what? I feel you. Yeah. I'll be a little bit in the spell and mad and shit like that. But then I would say to myself at the very end, yo, how did we lose this? It's because we had too much pride, but we didn't have the supremacy. Like I said, this is a topic that a lot of people ain't really going to be able to handle, because you want the truth, you can't handle the truth. Because y'all just want to be under the spell of, yo, F this, F that, F this, F that. But y'all don't know you just say F one another more than you say anything. Now, before I did this live, like I said, it was a lot that I was trying to put things together, but my mind is kind of like all over the place at this moment. And the reason why it's all over this place at this moment is because I was in the conversation right before I got on, and they just did some real goofy shit, and I'm like, you don't get it. We don't even know when we're being distracted. We don't know when the demon distracts us, and that's what black pride is over white supremacy. Black pride is, you believe, but yet still you so distracted with so much other stuff that you can't be supreme. Because if you're going to be supreme, ladies and gentlemen, if we're going to have some black supremacy, that means that we have to really become true leaders. It means that we have to be able to lead our family, our household, our communities, ourselves. Like I said, I wasn't really going to do a video today. I wasn't thinking about doing no videos. I got a bunch of videos that I wanted to do, but it's like I don't really want to, because it's like, yo, man, we need something bigger. And so at the end of this video, or maybe in the middle of this video, I'm going to let you know what's the bigger picture. And I'm praying that we all can see the bigger picture and move on the bigger picture without having the black nigger pride. See, it's not really black pride. It's sometimes like nigger pride. And I ain't talking about nigger as the race. I'm talking about nigger as the ignorant ones. Nigger pride is what a lot of people been underneath the spell of. Don't get black pride and nigger pride different. There's a difference. The nigger pride is what so many people who think they're the conscious community, they putting spells on you with the nigger pride. And the nigger pride is making the division. The nigger pride is making the hate. The nigger pride is making the confusion. The nigger pride is making the stagnation. But if we had more black supremacists and black people who believed in black supremacy leading, then we have a different type of change, a different type of motivation, a different type of standards. But we have nigger pride. Nigger pride is like, fuck that, get the gat, shoot him in the back. Nigger pride is like, man. Nigger pride, when you know, this is what nigger pride is. They talk black power, but yet and still they complain. Okay, we got to stop with this that type of pride. We all about black power, black empowerment, but yet and still we talk the issue, but then we complain, and then at the very end, there's no substance, and then we go back to the system which makes white supremacy. Woo, Lord have mercy! All that nigger pride and black pride talk, black power talk, and then, like I said, talk. Then there's no real solution, no plan, and then everybody got to run back to white supremacy, because white supremacy is there sitting waiting for everybody to come back. Oh, come back! I see you, my children. Come back. Okay, go to work. Go to work. Clock in. Clock in. Go. I got your check. I got you. Don't worry about it. Daddy's home. And that's because we don't have a game plan. We have a lot of talk, but no game plan. We have a lot of black pride, but no game plan. And I can prove it with Umar Johnson. All the talk, and at the very end, he got the people to give to him, but he still don't have the school doors open. That's because he never ever had a plan. He didn't have a plan A and a plan B. See, if he was on black supremacy, the difference between him and me was that I would have been on black supremacy all day long, not black pride. See, Umar Johnson's black pride, I'm black supremacy. And most of y'all are spellbound on black pride, but not on this black supremacy. Black supremacy. Oh, damn! I'm gonna say something. Y'all gonna get mad at me. But black supremacy, from a male's perspective, will be able to tell a woman to shut the fuck up. Black pride will say, "Oh, your queen, respect the queen," and let the queen just talk, 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 and at the very end, you ain't got shit. Black supremacy knows that it's time to shut shit down. Umar Johnson moved on black pride. He wanted to be the first. He wanted to be the first. I would have been moving off of black supremacy, meaning that if I didn't have my papers and I couldn't be in the school, it don't neglect the fact that I still have the school and I still can conduct school. So my B plan would have been hosting whatever type of classes, hosting whatever it is on my fucking block, as you say it. I would have the school. The sad thing about it is that the school has tables. The schools has fold tables and chairs. Yo, there's no reason why 2 days a week he wasn't doing some type of class. There's no reason why 2 days a week he wasn't coming out there to do something where he could show that he's still being supreme out there. Not, well, when we get the papers for this, or when we get the papers for that, or when we get the papers from who? The supreme, the supremacy, the white supremacy. When we get our papers from white supremacy, shut the fuck up. When we get our papers from white supremacy, we can have what's the paper occupancy. We can have people now coming to the school. Nigga, do you have the papers for that shit? Do you have some chairs and tables? Well, conduct. Let the people know that, yo, we here. That's black supremacy. Not black pride. Black pride is what the conversation that Umar still would have. Oh, well, I'm the first black school to be built. Nigga, this shit was already built. Built from the black dollar. Okay, now what? Nothing. Then let's move off of Umar. Oh, Donald Trump ain't doing. Oh, Donald Trump is a racist. Oh, Joe Biden not doing nothing. Oh, Barack Obama, he traded us for the gays. Okay, all right, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that y'all was born before these three presidents, and I'm pretty sure that y'all know about the other presidents beforehand. Right. So what you think would be different? Okay, so shut the fuck up about the complaints and let's put together a blueprint plan. I decided that I'm done with the complaints. I decided that I want to be a black supremacist. And a black supremacist of love. See, we take words and we always make it seem like they're so negative. I want to be a black supremacist for love. I want Chinese people to be able to know that they can come to me. I want the Indians to know they can come to me. I want every single race to know that they can come to me. And I want my black people to know that they are with me. That's the difference between the black supremacists that I want to be as opposed to white supremacy. Embrace those words. Fuck all that black pride shit. Black pride is of the 60s. Now we need black supremacists. And I ain't talking about black supremacists of evil. Because there's too many of those folks. And there's a lot of people that want to follow that shit. But there's a revolution that has to take place. But it don't have to be a revolution that stem from evil. It has to be a revolution that stems from 100% love, and love is the only thing that can destroy hate. Hatefulness cannot destroy hatefulness. Let me just take 2 seconds to go into a video. Take a little time out from talking. Talk 30 minutes real quick. I mean, I do this shit. I showed the one video was about to do. See, this white supremacy is this. The boy comes on and comfortably calls her a thug, comfortably calls her a bitch, comfortably calls her a dog, comfortably call her pathetic. That's white supremacy, comfortably. And we allow that, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't, I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know of this man's channel, but I brought it to your attention. He needs to be comfortably alerted that there's a lot of black supremacists out there now, and you cannot talk that way. Even though we hear you, we feel you too, but you can't talk that way. Because we're not going to allow you to be a spell, cast a spell, and think that all your little elves can do the same thing. So we must become supreme, not pride. We got to become supremacists. We got to become black supremacists so that we can get control of our families, control of our communities, control of our households, control of our political arena, and control of ourselves. So like I said, for like the last 12, 15, 20 years, 30 years, we've been complaining about the political system, and we've been complaining what the political system can't do. But that's the nigger pride talking. That was the nigger pride talking. Because the black pride would have realized that, yo, we must have a political party that is as powerful as the Democratic and Republicans. And in the last 40, in the last 20, last 10 years, I cannot see how that never happened. And that's why I come out and say, these niggas are cooning. He's a coon. He's a coon. That's a coon. That's a coon. Because, ladies and gentlemen, there's no way in life that I'm saying what I'm saying with the lack of education, the lack of research, and it's be real facts. And then you say you're the number one scholar and you can't realize that it's time. Stop casting spells on people to say, yo, F the system. But in the last 20 years, you've still been part of the system. Forget, I don't believe in the politicians. So why in the last 10 years you have not been able to produce one? That's because we're living off of black pride and not black supremacy. If you cannot produce a leader, become a leader. But don't talk about those who has more power and control because they chose to become a leader. Or you'll say, "Oh, that's a Karen." See, we so corny. A white chick screaming in these days of time, 2000, 2020, to a group of black folks barking about anything, and you say, "Oh, that's a Karen." No, that's a strong woman. Well, that's a Karen. Oh, you call her a Karen, make it sound like funniness and like Karen. That's a Karen. I remember I was in high school. There was her name was Karen. I took her to the prom. She was a prom queen. Yeah, I was with I was with the prom queen. Her name was Karen. Karen was like one of the top 10 pretty chicks in high school. But we say, "Oh, that's a Karen. She being the Karen." Everybody want to have a Karen story, but y'all not really looking at that Karen as really being a strong voice box. Her people looking at her, yeah, stand up, and her people like, you know what? I'm gonna be a Karen. So the more people that we call a Karen and putting Karens out there, we're creating more Karens because Karen is a woman that's standing up for what she needs to stand up or what she feels that she should stand up for. Karen is being a white supremacist because she's standing up because she's not going to have this shit. Karen We need some Khadijas. That's not on some bozo shit, but we need some Khadijas. This is an old school named Katisha. We need some strong women that's not hateful women, but strong women who's not afraid to stand up to the system, establishment, and those who come invade her community that don't look like her. It's easy for our black women to go at us, but I'm talking about go at the enemy. Not go at him for a check and a job, but go at him because he's been doing you wrong. Like I'm trying to tell our people, like we spend so much time with this technology on some goofy gay shit, as opposed to realizing that, yo, this tool that we have, this laptop, this cell phone, this iPad, this iPhone, whatever it is that we have, this technology can really change the world. It can really change my world. It could change your world. It could change. But yet and still we doing the same old goofy shit that you did in high school. It's many times I wish the skies turn black and open up, and I wish the grounds just open up and just swallow every fucking person that is not worthy of the land and the air and the water. Snatch them up, fuck up. See, that's black supremacy talk. Snatch it all up. Why? Because I know I'm supreme. I'm going to survive. When that sky opens up, when the ground opens up, I'm gonna rise up. And when the sky opens up, I'm just gonna stay hovering while all that's just going on. And I'm gonna be so protected while all that's going on because I'm supreme. There's no pride. It's just being supreme now. I need us to become supremists. Supreme. Believe in yourself. But be supreme with love, nigga. We don't need to keep casting spells of hate. Let me grab this quick video. Let me see. See, when I talk, people get mad because I'm not talking the spellbound hate. I'm talking the next level talk. There, like I said, I didn't want to bring no attention to this shit because when I seen it last year or the year before, I think it was 2021, and they were talking about the manosphere. I was like, what the hell is the manosphere about? And then they would talk about, some white girl is leading the manosphere and things like that. I was like, man, that's so corny. When I say corny, I was like, yo, what the hell are they talking about? This shit just sounds corny. So I didn't engage with it. Never watched the video, nothing like that. And then just recently, someone brought it up to my attention again, and so I checked it out to take a quick look, see, so before I speak on anything, I can at least have a little idea of what's going on. So they sent the video was about the dude O'Shea Jackson, whatever his name is, and how he done did about like 10 videos on this woman. And I had to let the lady know, like, yo, I mean, if you go to a channel, you see that she got 1,370,000 subscribers. So this is why they really going at her. They're not going at it because they really upset. They going at it because they just trying to get clicks, likes, and views and subscribers. So I went to the video and briefly, I was looking at it and everything, trying to listen to what she's saying. And I'm listening to him like, you know what? Is it like we are so sensitive, we're such sensitive children now. We're not adults, we're children now that we gotta really watch what we say because we don't want to upset the black race. We got to watch what we say because we don't want to accept the gay population. We got to watch what we say because we don't want to upset the black woman. But sometimes you just gotta say what you're saying because it's just what you're saying. It's nothing bad. It's nothing big. It's just conversation. So what made me say, "Yo, these niggas are stupid," is the fact that they would. I think she had like a white supremacist or a white nationalist or whatever. I don't know. He just looked like a fucking one of the Corey Haynes dudes. You know what I'm saying? He looked like Corey Haynes or Corey Feldman. He looked like a combination of both of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, so who's he? And they saying, she let this white nationalist on her channel. Who's she supposed to let on? Farrakhan? Well, she then came into the manosphere. I'm like, what's the manosphere? Is the manosphere consist of nothing but black men? Then there should be labeled the black manosphere. But if it's just the manosphere and you got a bunch of men involved, so why this white woman, you know what I'm saying, can't be heard over there? There's a bunch of white boys too, and Asian boys and Spanish boys and Filipino boys. It's not just a black thing over there. And what is she saying that's so harsh? Oh, she says, oh, you black people be late. How many times I'm late with doing this video? We even came up with the conversation of CPT. And if you don't know a CPT, then you're definitely not black.
Am doing what I'm doing, and then I'll come.
Was not special in all countries. And
Exactly.
so you're saying, why is the Holocaust special?
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
Like I say, man, look, to have a conversation without your emotions, you'd be surprised that you can have a great conversation without the emotions. So this dude said that, like I said, I don't know what the hell the interview was about, but I'm just grabbing what I heard and I'm gonna comment on what I heard. He said, yo, the Holocaust, slavery, all sorts of shit done took place, but they talk about Holocaust, but all forms of slavery took place on every corner of the world. So what makes that special? Let's rewind that because I think I like that. I think it's sad because I just turned it on. As you see, I didn't really have it queued up. I didn't even watch this 100%. I'm not gonna lie to you. So it's like I'm watching it right now with you guys, and so as I'm speaking 100% genuine. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
Saying, why is the Holocaust special?
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
And then I'll come back.
The argument was the Holocaust was not special and all countries have done that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so you're saying, why is the Holocaust special?
Yeah, basically.
Oh. Okay, what do you mean basically?
Well, yeah, I mean, because of course, we're getting into the details of it, but yeah, that's the gist.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone needs to have this tool to protect their home and their loved ones. This new military flashlight is basically.
But you kind of deny it happened.
Yeah, I deny some of the parts of it.
You deny parts of it don't seem realistic to you. You think they were embellished upon.
I think they're embellished, yeah.
The same way. This sounds, oh gosh.
Oh boy.
They're gonna be in trouble. This sounds similar to the slavery stuff too, because that's literally they found a myth for my people to live by. So they often, but that's what they do is they embellish. And I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible. It was.
Right.
But they want to make it like more horrible so that they can control people.
yeah.
I was like, stop, no. They all said I was crazy. Who's laughing now? Who's laughing? Austin.
I think it was edited just right there. I ain't gonna lie, because it don't even flows right, but let me see.
Well, but hey, you're very industrious.
Yeah.
not. I mean, there are a lot of people that would like to be a YouTuber because they'd like to hear.
You know what? You see how, honestly, see how that it just skipped and it made it seem like she was laughing at that? That's weird. I really need to see how that whole clip went, because they was talking about one thing, then they just like edited and went to a laughter and went to another conversation. I don't know if it went down like that. I have no clue, no idea. But she said, it sounds similar to how black folks be, truly 100% dramatizing the slavery issue and the situation to a point where, for their control, the victimhood for the control. It's like I say, folks, when you allow conversation to really happen, as opposed to you talking over people and you getting mad over people, you really allow conversations to happen. Now you can understand how people feel, and then you can help them to understand the real reality. But when you just talking over one another and you're not allowing a person to get their viewpoint out, and then you take their thoughts away, and what they naturally was trying to say don't come out, and then they saying what that you want to hear, you don't have that real conversation to make the change. And that's all because of pride. But supremacy can allow pride to talk, because supremacy is supreme over pride in this level. Like I said, is there a difference? Sometimes it's not. But when you really look at it, yes, of course it is. Because pride is just, yo man, I'm better than this. Yo, I'm bigger than this. Supremacy is like, go back to work and be quiet. That's supremacy. Pride is like, yo man, we're gonna do this. We're gonna be the first. And supremacy is, you ain't gonna get nothing done until you make sure that you dot your I's, cross your T's, and you still ain't gonna get shit done until I feel like giving it to you. That's supremacy. Pride is like, yo man, they ain't giving me the paperwork, but yo, we still gonna do this. Let's donate still. Pride, supremacy is, you know what? We're about to take away your buildings. So we've been moving and talking off of pride for way too long. And it's time for now you to hear for what black supremacy sounds and looks like. And black supremacy says, you know what? Let's have a dialogue. Let's have a conversation, because for me to put you in your place, I need to really know how you truly feel, so I can really put the root in place. The root of the issue. I have to hear what you're saying so I can know the root of the issue. So this generation right now, I'm gonna tell you like this. Let's erase these two white people, and let's talk about our young people, our younger generation of black folks. This girl said to me, we was talking about, I forgot, we was talking about, the young and the old. And so we saw about this, I was talking about the generation and how they just this and that. And then she said, yeah, then the generation before us failed us. And I was sitting there like, and she explained how we failed them. And so you got to understand that this younger generation, the young 30s, 20s, and teens, they really not with that old school program. They not really about that black pride shit. They about who's supreme. They about the supremacy right now. And because the system got that, really knows that shit, the system's like, you know what? Now it's time to control the masses, because it's no longer about this black pride. Although, you see the people marching the streets, you think it's really about that. But I'm telling you, as a person who's really been out there, that shit ain't saying nothing. Because at the beginning of the next day, at the beginning of the next day, fuck the end of the day, at the end of the day, at the beginning of the next day, you're going to be going right back to work. At the beginning of the next day, you're going to be sitting there with your nigga pride complaining while you typing at that computer. at the beginning of the next day, you're gonna be standing there with your nigga pride saying, can I take the next order? Or with your nigga pride, you're gonna be like, yo, tomorrow morning, at the beginning of the next day, you're gonna have your ass at that EBT place because they jerking you on your money at the beginning of the next day. This generation right here is so different that all the complaining and all the whining and all the shit that we talk about for 200 years and 300 years and all that shit, they're like, yo, look, man, right now my phone, I got like $200,000 in my phone. Fuck what you talk about. And then she says something that's key. She says it's like they doing it for control. It's like they being victims right now. It's like I say, it's the difference between being a victim and bringing a certain level of change. But when you being a victim, hold on a second. When you being a victim, let me big myself up. When you being a victim, you bring nothing to the table. And so for the last 150 years, they like, yo, look, man, we I ain't gonna lie, that was fucked up, man. I don't like the fact that George Floyd died like that. But what are y'all really doing outside this marching and trying to be victim? The people of the world will respect us when we stop becoming a victim, become more a supremacist. And so I have a blueprint for us to become supremacists. And this is something that I'm going to have to really, truly 1000% dedicate the time and energy in for like the last few days or years that we have before we get into the war. Whether it's a war with these aliens or a war with humans, there's something coming down the pipeline because it's almost 50 years of me living. And I know in 50 years of me being alive, in the last 50 years of our lives, there's something that will take place. I don't think y'all really ready, folks, because y'all so busy worrying about what this person said, what that person said, whether they going to get mad at you about this or that. Yo, look, I don't really think y'all ready for what y'all know that's coming down the pipeline. And so I believe that because y'all really don't want to be ready for this, because y'all really scared of what's coming down here, you just find comfortability on picking fights with one another, as opposed to becoming supremacists and dealing with the situation. This kid is too young for me to even worry. I mean, well, now the younger generation is the fighters, but this kid is too young for me to be making him a worry. But this kid is not a bozo. I don't think he's a bozo. I don't think that, I don't think that he don't have a little idea what he believes in and talking about. Like things did happen, folks, but are we dramatizing it? I don't. When it comes to slavery, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to the Holocaust, I don't think so. But the dramatizing part of it is in 2023, 2024, 2030, 2050, 2070, us still dramatizing with no overall plan from it. No productivity from all that shit. So, like she said, roots goes back damn near what 19 in the fucking 70s, the 70s or 80s, right? And the sad thing about it is that that's what this younger generation has to go off of roots. Alan Haley roots. And what slavery was about. And then people say, oh, that's the closest depiction of what slavery was. How can we really say that? And if it was, we as black folks, if we ain't mad enough that we want to become supremacists, then we stupid. We need to go back into slavery. If we ain't upset enough after watching the Roots, if we ain't upset enough over the Floyds and the Trayvon Martins and the Sean Bells, if we ain't upset enough to become black supremacists, to take control, 100% control of our families, ourselves, and our communities, then whatever comes down the pipe for us is what we deserve, because we chose to be pride people as opposed to ride or die people. We chose to be complainers as opposed to revolutionary resistors. We chose to become peasants as opposed to leaders. If you are on these YouTube streets and all you do every day, all day is want to debate one another and debunk one another, but yet still you don't want to have a true game plan for the future, kill yourself. Kill yourself. Because when I get my army, I'm going to make sure you die, because you are a demon. And this is the way demons trying to diffuse you. I don't believe in that shit. Okay, you don't have to believe in it. You don't have to believe in it. But if I feel you are, and I have my army, and you're not contributing to life, and all you're doing is bringing the confusion, you got to go. And that's how the severity of where we at right now. It's a severe situation right now. And all this sugarcoating, all this lollygagging, all this kumbaya, we can't talk like that. We can't do. No, listen, folks. If we ain't waking up to the reality, if we're not making a power move, this younger generation of the hate that we put out there, this younger generation with the hate that they have, is going to come out the closet and take over. And when they take over, the law and order is going to be out of control, because we did not instill in them law and order. They do not have law and order. Understand what I'm saying? Law and order is important. Peace, Philly OG. And it's important for us to understand that we have too much technology to allow these younger generation to look at us as fools and then become supreme over us. Okay, there's about to be a new movement of supremacy. And it's going to be called the youth supremacy. And y'all not ready for the youth supremacy. Yeah, if y'all think that white supremacy is bad, just imagine youth supremacy, because the youth of this day is all together. You got a lot of black kids and white kids and Spanish kids and French kids and Australian kids and Dubai kids all together now. They are together. And they are called that's why the movie Children of the Corn came out. Didn't the movie Children of the Corn? Did y'all see that? The Children of the Corn. That's why they're showing you this movie, because they already know. That's what we had. If you think white supremacy was bad, the Children of the Corn is going to show you what's worse. And if you don't have control of your family, your children, the Children of the Corn ain't giving a fuck about us old heads. grown men, don't call yourself old head. Don't call no grown man old head. Don't stop saying that shit. Because you're giving these young kids power. Correct these motherfuckers. Stop with that boy, and stop with that talk. The bull. Nah, stop with that shit. Because we empowering the children of the corn. We need black supremacy. We need adult supremacy. We need parent supremacy. Matter of fact, that's the most important thing right now. We need a parent supremacy. We need parent supremacists. Parents who believe that they supreme. Adults who believe that they supreme. They are parents. Let's not get scared of these words now. What else? What other type of supremacy do we need out this motherfucker? Because the youth supremacy is extremely scary. Because the youth supremacy not only going to have the youth nation behind them, but then they're going to have their stupid, dumb, gullible parents defending their fucking rotten asses. You can't talk to my child like that. I'm going to shoot you. You can't talk to my daughter like that. I'm going to kill you. You go to jail. Nigga, that's a fucking child of the corn. That person got to be killed. So when a nigga like Umar Johnson say, yo, you know, a large amount will have to be eradicated, and y'all be like, oh, how would he say? Fuck that shit. Matter of fact, let me help you out, folks. Let me find it real quick. Children of the Corn trailer. Okay, let me get off this boy real quick because I'm gonna wake y'all niggas up today. All y'all motherfuckers out there defending y'all little rotten ass kids. Defending your rotten kids. Huh? Y'all out there defending y'all little rotten kids as opposed to checking your rotten ass kids. Okay, y'all creating this children of corn movement. Let me stop the cam. Let me get that shit ready. Children of the corn, right? Let's press play real quick. Let's see if we can find anything. Children of the corn. Like I say, little white girl, I don't know what type of boy. Maybe he's from Venezuela. I don't know where he's from. But like I say, the children of the corn is mixed races right now, boy. They don't give a flying fluke. And I ain't gonna lie, black folks. When all those other races come together and they decide, yo, we tired y'all nigga talk, y'all really gonna be done for. Y'all gonna be done for. Okay, here we go.
Prepare to witness the horrific rise of the next generation of evil. Based on the short story by Stephen King, comes the nightmare like you've never seen it before.
I know. It sucks. So hard sometimes you can hardly breathe. I can help with your pain. Brace yourself.
Let's go.
He who walks. He talked to me. He took care of me. So now I'm going to take care of him. For starters.
So, like I said, we talk about supremacy and we talk about pride. We talk about black pride and we talk about supremacy. And like I say, don't be afraid of supremacy. Let me just get the word up real fast. I help you out. We got Google, so we go to Google real quick so we can give you what the computer say, what supremacy is. White supremacy. Let's go. What is white supremacy?
Here's the definition of white supremacy. The belief that white people constitute a superior race and should therefore dominate society, typically to the exclusion or detriment of other racial and ethnic groups.
The belief that white people, that's white supremacy, but let's just use the word supremacy. The belief that people, no matter of fact, what's supremacy? You know what I'm saying? Because we always put white, so what's the definition of supremacy?
Here's the definition of supremacy. The state or condition of being superior to all others in authority, power, or status.
So y'all rather have black pride or supremacy? Y'all want to keep screaming black power or supremacy? Because I'm telling you, the children of corn, there's a euthanasia. What the Tupac was trying to do, he's trying to gather the youth, and okay, that Project Pick, I know what it is about. Okay, I know what the future is. It's you have to have control of these children, because if you allow this demon to have control of the children and give them supremacy, which they have already, you ask the question to these parents who's 35 and under. Ask the question to them. Ask the question, who's a parent? Do you beat your child? Did you ever give your child a beating? More than 70% of them say, I don't beat my child, I don't hit my child. So the children of corn is around the corner. Because if they're not being disciplined by their parents, and then their parents are going to come out and discipline you because their children is being disrespectful to you, and you in the streets as an adult, I don't have to give a fuck about your kids. There's no rule and law in my body, in my system, that say I have to give a fuck about your kids and show them respect. They must respect me. I give them love. I ain't going to disrespect them, but they got to have respect. And so if they don't have respect and they come into the world, and then you get mad because the world got to show them what respect looks like, because you failed to show them what respect is, because they don't have respect for you. Nah, kids, I ain't getting caught off guard with these kids. No. You saw that movie? Did you see that shit? It's funny because I ain't really watched the first one when it first came out. I seen it because I ain't had cable at the time and shit like that. I ain't go to movies at the time. I was young. And then my neighbors, they had it, and they was like, yo, Children of Corn was kind of good. We watched it, but I didn't get into it 100%, but it seemed like it was kind of good. This one right here, this modern day one, 2023, oh, that's just going to be for real, because they are really trying to let you see what supremacy looks like. That's what youth supremacy looks like. What do black supremacy look like? We can't be like white supremacy. We can't be like youth supremacy. We can't be like the evil supremacy. But to be honest, the way these black pride mother effers be talking, the way all this black power mother effers be talking, the way that all these Pan-Africans mother effers be talking, they are basically teaching and talking and putting a spell on you to be no different than the children of the corn, no different than these freaking crackers that was out there riding on horses and whipping your ass and lynching your ass and burning your ass. They are teaching you to be no different. And that's why I'm saying those leaders that you think is our leaders, those are not the leaders that we need. We need people who know what love is, know what tough love is, know what discipline is, know what respect is. Umar Johnson don't respect his father. To this day, my father's dead. I'm scared of my father. All I can do is see this motherfucker walking through the door as a spirit and say, yo, boy, I'm about to whoop your ass. Now, don't get nothing twisted. Me and my father had an altercation. And I realized now he couldn't do that to me. But my respect for my father would allow it to be because I have respect for him. Because honestly, my father never truly proved to me that he was a bad person. Ignorant and other things maybe, but not really a bad father. So I have to have respect for him. But so many of you folks out there being poisoned and intoxicated with, oh, these no good men, these no good men, these no good men. You got your boys growing up saying my father didn't teach me shit. My father didn't show me anything. My father is deadbeat. Like, damn, you have a kid, right? Do you want your child talking about you like that? So we are giving too much power to these children. You can't discipline your kid. You can't scream at your kid. You can't even pop your kid in the back of the head. You can't slap your kid. Back in days, you used to be able to beat your kid in front of the class for that embarrassment. You can't even embarrass your kid. What the hell is this? City of Philadelphia recommends you. Oh, this is live with you. Okay, look, folks. This came in just right now. Public safety message. City of Philadelphia recommends using bottled drinking water from 2 p.m. through 26 until further notice for all Philadelphia. What the hell? See? Like I said, folks, we don't have much time. I told you. This is live on live. City of Philadelphia recommends using bottled drinking water from 2 p.m. to 3:26 until further notice for all Philly Water Department customers. Contaminants have not been found in the system at this time, but this is out of caution due to a spill in Delaware. Hold on, folks. Like I said, man. Like I said. Y'all playing games off this piece. Like I said, do you see that? I'm gonna show you again. People said, someone asked me, where do I see myself in the next 3 years? I don't know, because I see what's going on in the world, and I know that we're not ready. I'm praying that I can be with a woman and happy at that point. City of Philadelphia recommends using bottled drinking water from 2 p.m. I guess that's what tomorrow was. What's today? That's today. So I can't, I can't even cook with shit. So I definitely got to, go buy some bottled water that they put contaminants in. You understand the trick? Hey, your tap water is not good, so you got to get the bottled water that we ship to Philly, and all the shipment water is already contaminated as well. And so then you're going to drink the bottled water that's contaminated, but then we're going to say it was actually from the contaminants that was spilled. And no, nigga, you ain't going to now I fucking can't even drink water. Okay. Contaminants have been found in the system at the time, but this is out of caution. What due to a spill in Delaware? That's why I'm saying Umar Johnson, yo, my nigga. Fuck your school. It's too many big things out here for us to be on right now, my dude. It's not about trying to teach these kids and put a spell on these kids right now. And hear what I'm saying? Because I know it's like, sound like what? But it's not about teaching these kids African pride and shit right now. We got to really show what supremacy look like. And we can't allow this to happen. You need to, your schools out there, you need to get out there and organize and really start a major movement right now. And you really need to form a major investigation. You need to be at City Hall, just like your dad. You need to post up at City Hall. You need to be out there tomorrow. You need to get on Umar Johnson. You need to get on your live right now. Because if you in Philly, you got that too. If you in Philly, you got that right there. You got the same fucking message. So you need to get on your internet shit right now. Yo, social media, and send that APB out. Yo, we about to mount up at City Hall in Delaware. because I'm actually following that whole shit that took place in Palestine, Ohio, because the train that derailed in Ohio was coming out to Pennsylvania because there's a power plant in Pennsylvania. Shout out to my girl, the squirrel, man. She's on it. There's this young white girl, and I don't know what state she's from, but she's on it. I had to send a message to her like, yo, listen, homegirl, and this, salute to her. I sent the message to her because I was watching the video, and then I seen something. I don't know if I was watching a movie or I seen something else, and I had to send her a message. I sent her a kite like, yo, look, you need to fall back. Because, oh, yeah. Who said it? Someone said that they was talking about this. They was talking about a lot of things that's going on in the world. And then they mentioned the oil. They said the spill that took place, the contaminants. And they said there's not one federal agent that's on that case right now. Okay, yeah, it was a former FBI agent who wrote a book about the aliens and all what's going on. And he was talking about, yo, there's a lot of things that's going on. Matter of fact, I need to pull that up. Matter of fact, yo, I have a really strong lineup. There's a lot of videos I want to put up on this, but I can be talking. I don't need videos. I'm talking. And so, but I want to see the video, but I'm talking. And so he said like this. He said, take, for example, the spill that took place in Palestine. He said, there's no federal agents that's covering that story. You're not hearing that story being covered. But this chick, whoa, she's so much on it. It's like, damn, girl, I had to send her the message like, yo, I need you to fall back for a second. And I ain't gonna lie, the next day she put a video out, and she told all her 200,000 subscribers that she has to fall back from this for her safety of her family. And I said, salute, because she heard me. She said, I've been getting a lot of messages for me to fall back. And like I said, I sent her the message like 3 in the morning. And then later on that morning, earlier, it was like now, like in between 11:30, I get it, and she did a video saying she's falling. Okay. Did y'all see that message I just got? Talk about the water. Like I say, folks, use it later than what you think. It's later than what y'all think. And like that was so many different derailments that took place, man. There's so many spills that took place from that Ohio situation. About like 5 to 10 other derailments and spills. But it's not being covered because all they want you to be focused on is race and race and race. I hope y'all really hear what I'm saying. They want to be focused on, they want y'all to be so focused on having combative conversations. They want y'all to be so focused on debates. They want y'all to be so focused on everything else so that while the things that really need your focus is just happening, they can get it done. And by the time you're ready to focus on it, it's too late. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's too late. Once you start seeing text messages on your phone talking about H2O, that's when you know it's a little bit too late. It's a little bit too late, folks. So yeah, all the time I come on these people panels and I'll be barking at them about, yo, what the fuck, yo, what the hell, yo, come on, man. It's because, like I say, man, the last 30 years of my life was already woke. You know what I'm saying? I've been woke. You know what I'm saying? I've been on the last 40 years of my life. I've been really 100% awoke. I was never ever part of the system, folks. So my wokeness is a little bit different. And it's not woke, my awareness. There go the word. How many people's aware? Not woke. How many people's aware of what's happening? And if you are aware, it's time to wake up and fight. Umar Johnson, you need to be in Delaware tomorrow. You need to organize a rally tomorrow. See, now if Umar was smart, this is why, people really love me and need me on their team, because, I think differently. And they love my brain. If Umar was smart, Umar Johnson would be the head rallier of that whole situation. And all he had to do is what he do. I got cash up on Bell School, promote. But you're not out there for that, but you need to be out there for the water. But at the same time, you have your flyers, you have your people out there passing out, and you're getting your donations for your school. But you need to be out there and letting it be known that you are building a school, and you need to know that this water is being cleaned up. Not building, but you trying to open up a school. You need to know that you have clean water running, water that they can drink. You got to push it, dude. If Umar Johnson's not heading up that rally and campaign in regards to the water out there, he's a coon artist. He's not for the people. Like I say, there's a difference between black pride and supremacy. It's a small difference, because our black pride, well, you would think it is supremacy, but at the very end, it's get your ass back to work after all that you done did. Oh, okay. I understand. I see your pride. Okay, I feel you. But get your ass back to work. So it's like black pride is something that will have that girl Pearly talking, like, they trying to do it for control. So you would think that they in control. Black pride would make you think, when you looking, like, damn, they got power, they in control. That's the black pride. But at the very end, white supremacy would say, get your ass back to work. And you're going to say, and you're going to go right back to work. So black pride is powerful. But white supremacy would say, shut the fuck up and go back to work, nigga. So Umar, you need to get off that black pride shit about your FDMG school, because right now, if the water is contaminated for the rest of this year, because they have a major spill, I don't know what took place. I don't know what happened, yo. This is crazy. So if you're not out there spearheading just like your dad, you don't respect and love those black babies that you want to have to go to your school. So you're gonna have people coming from Virginia where their water's clean. You're gonna have people coming from Maryland where their water's clean, and you're gonna have people coming from all over the place to go to Delaware with dirty water now. Lynn and Honor, let's have a conversation on this. Okay, Umar. Okay, Umar. So you don't think it's your duty now to be out there and be a voice box for the kids that you're going to be transporting all the way to Delaware to be part of dirty water? That Delaware River was real, yo. The Delaware, yo, they how many rivers they done destroyed? They destroyed a few rivers, folks. How many rivers they destroyed? Let me see. What are all the largest rivers in America? What is the largest river in America?
Missouri River, according to some information I found on Wikipedia.
Okay, so you got the Missouri River, the Mississippi River. Folks, man, if you live near these rivers, yo, you really need to become an advocate. If you live near any of these rivers, two rivers, the Colorado and Rio Grande, okay? Mississippi, the Missouri. I'm trying to remember what Where's the river that just got hit? It's a river that's by Michigan. Oh, it might be the Mississippi River. Damn, folks. We in trouble. Okay, folks? We in trouble. We are in, when I say we in trouble, because supremacy is supremacy. You gotta understand, when it comes to supremacy, especially white supremacy, of the evil side of white supremacy, which is like the only side of white supremacy, to be in control of people, they would do any and everything they have. What's $30 billion to completely bring slavery and complete control of a whole country and other countries? What's $30 billion? Jay-Z's 2.5. What's $30 billion when you can look at Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, Diddy, and maybe two more people? You looking like, damn, that's almost $10 billion for niggas. $30 billion to have complete control. You invest that business. You invest in that. And they are going 100% full-fledged investing into that shit to have 100% control for this future. And this election, like I said, this election right here, ooh, going back to what I was about my topic now. This election right here is that much more crucial now. It's critical. And that's why this election is important for us to really involve ourselves with this election. Do not allow these spell casters to confuse you, because these same spell casters who want to confuse you. Now, okay, so now you say, watch what I'm gonna say. This is why I'm so tired of people talking. Those who don't believe in this system, right? Those who don't believe in this political system, who should we go to clean up this water? Who do we look to clean this water? We don't. I don't vote. I don't believe in the system. I don't this. I don't that. I don't this. So my question is, who do we go to right now with this situation and say, yo, you better check this situation out? Oh, now we say, okay, well, I don't vote or believe in the system, but you know what? This government need to do. You sound hypocritical and crazy. That's why I say about spellcasters and putting the spells in us to make us become dumb, not become fighters. It makes you become a resistor with no plan. Resistance with no plan means you destroyed already. A resistance with no plan is complete destruction, folks. Resistance with no plan is human sacrifice. It's suicidal. Well, we're going to resist the system, fuck the system, but yet and still we don't have a game plan. And so when destruction like this takes place, we can't do shit. Except for go back to the system and say, hey, can you please clean up this mess over here, please? Because we need to be able to drink some clean water. Can you please help us out over here, please? That's black pride over white supremacy. That was live right there in your face. White supremacy came on my phone to show what white supremacy is. I'm sorry, I'm blacked out because I'm set. All the words I just said, I was like, I'm seeing them as I said it. It's like, damn, I'm just reading the words as I'm speaking. It's like, whoo. White supremacy is contaminating your water, folks. How are we going to fight white supremacy? Well, right now, going back to what I was saying, it's imperative for us to organize our political base. It's 1000% imperative for us to do it right now. And my political campaign that I'm going to launch, I got to just pray really hard on it to and believe in myself. I got to believe in myself to be able to do this. I gotta pray and believe in myself that I can do this. But I need help. I need all your help. Who believes and know that it's time. But we need our own political party, and we need it now. For all those people out there who want to get organized and you have a lot of frustration and anger, we need to be trained. We need to train you because we need a little military base as well. We need security because we need. Whenever you have a party, you need security. Okay. When you cannot have a party in the club and not have security, you already set yourself up for disaster. So we are about to set up our own political party, and we need security for our political party. Now, this political party is this political party is not a black thing, although it is. But this political party is a people thing under the leadership of black folks. The only way that we're going to be able to defeat this devil is with all hands on deck, motherfuckers. All hands on deck. When that alarm goes off, every single person on that ship jumps up and they mount up and they get on their post. And that ship is not just a bunch of black people, because it's not no slave ship. That ship is a warship. That ship has a Korean. That ship has a Filipino. That ship has a Korean, a Canadian. That ship has a Russian. That ship has a person for Turkey. That ship has a person for Ethiopia. That ship has a person from Pakistan. That ship has some homeboys from Harlem and some homeboys from Chicago and some homeboys from Philly and some homeboys from Florida. And it has a shitload of fucking white people. All hands on deck. Shitload of white people, they so patriot. They love this shit. They live for that crazy dying shit and live to tell and live to talk about it. They live for that. All hands on deck. If y'all want to get a victory, if y'all want to survive, listen, okay, fuck this. It's not about victory no more. This ain't the victory lap. This is now survival of the fittest. This is now survival of the fittest. The victory lap is once we survive. That's when the victory lap reveals itself. That's when we can take the victory lap. But we have to survive what's about to happen right now for the victory lap. You can't have a victory lap and then go through destruction. The victory lap comes after the survival of the extinction level event. Busta Rhymes dropped that album Extinction Level Event before Nipsey came out with Victory Lap. So the extinction level event comes before the victory lap. The extinction level event comes before the victory lap. Hold on, I'm trying to pull something up for you folks. Hold on one second. Sorry. The victory lap comes after the extinction level event. But the extinction level event is here. I told y'all in the year 2022, in 2022, That was going to be a year of bloodshed. You're going to see war. I said that there's going to be war. I ain't paying attention to the news. I don't have a TV. Yo, I don't have a TV. Yo, I've been living in Philly. I have no TV. I don't watch TV. No, I don't do none of that shit. I'm trying to pull something up. I'm hold on, baby. Extinction. Is it? Was Extinction Level event? What was Busta Rhymes? Okay, let's get into it. Come on, baby. Just play for me. Play for me.
You wanted to end this for once, and now is the
Daddy, what's it gonna be like in the year 2000?
Well, sweetheart, for your sake, I hope it'll be all peaches and cream, but I'm afraid the end time is near. The cataclysmic apocalypse referred to in the scriptures of every holy book known to mankind. It will be an era fraught with boundless greed and corruption, where global monetary systems disintegrate, leaving brother to kill brother for a grain of overcooked rice. The nations of the civilized world will collapse under the oppressive weight of parasitic political conspiracies which remove all hope and optimism from their once faithful citizens. Around the globe, generations of polluters will be punished for their sins. Unshielded by the ozone layer they have successfully depleted, left to bake in the searing naked rays of light. Wholesale assassinations serve to destabilize every remaining government, leaving the starving and wicked to fend for themselves. Bloodthirsty renegade cyborgs created by tax-dodging corporations wreak havoc, pissed off androids tired of being slaves to a godless and gutless system where the rich get richer and the poor get fucked over and out. Unleash total worldwide destruction by means of nuclear holocaust, annihilating the terrified masses, leaving in its tortuous wake nothing but vicious, cannibalistic, mutated, radiated, and horribly disfigured hordes of satanic killers bent on revenge, but against whom there are so few left alive. Starvation reigns supreme, forcing unlucky survivors to eat anything and anyone in their path. Massive earthquakes crack the planet's crust like a hollow eggshell, causing unending volcanic eruptions. The creatures of the seven seas, unable to escape to certain death upon land, boil in their liquid prison. Disease encircles the earth. Plagues and viruses with no known cause or cure lay waste to whatever draws breath. And humankind, having proven itself to be nothing more than a race of ruthless scavengers, fall victim to merciless attack at the hands of interplanetary alien tribes who seek to conquer our charred remains. This is Extinction Level Event, the final world front, and there is only 1 year left.
Wow, that's cool. I can't hardly wait.
You don't have to, because here it is.
What did the children of the corn say? Wow, that's cool. I can hardly wait. The children of the corn, like I said, they different breeds. They seem like, wow, cool. I can hardly wait. Children of the corn. As a matter of fact, I feel like getting it. Come on, let's talk. Let's talk.
We have a job for y'all on planet Earth.
Let's go.
Flip mode, world domination in progress, motherfucker.
Holler at these people. Holler at them. Holler. Woo! Let's go. What do you say after that? See, that's what I'm saying. For all you hip hop heads, or everybody who's listened to the music in the 90s, who's a little older than this 30-year-old generation, when hip hop was talking to us, when hip hop was speaking the language that we was talking, when hip hop was revolutionary, before hip hop really became 100% diluted for the money. See, if something really would have happened in 2000, we would have been really on point and organized. But because shit didn't happen, we were like, oh, it's a fluke. Ain't nothing happen. We constantly think that nothing's going to happen. We even think that, like, whatever's in the skies, nothing's really going to happen. We think that this government is not going to do anything disastrous. We don't think that we are really at the extinction level event because, oh, Y2K, that was a fluke. Oh, this didn't happen. Oh, that. No, Negroes. They did what they were supposed to do with it. They got maximum amounts of profits. See, before they do an extinction level event, they have to have profits, that they have to have revenue. They have to have power and land that can exceed for the next 50 to 100 years. That's where they at right now. That's why the conversation in the last 10 years is like billionaires and billionaires. And it sounds like it's so easy now. Like, yeah, everybody become a billionaire. Why? It's because that's where it's at right now. If we're not really focused on how we're going to really stack this paper up, get this land, get these resources, have our own animals, and be able to survive this next 50 years, 20 years, or 2 years, we are already dead. And so what's the difference between black pride and white supremacy? Black pride is talk, white supremacy is walk. And right now, white supremacy is going to move towards youth supremacy. And like I said, the youth supremacy, you see it already. You see in the gang violence. You see it in the gangs. Why they made the movie Colors. That was back in the 80s. Was it in the 80s or late 80s or early 90s? Colors. Gang violence is retarded. M13s. I mean, when you have your president just talk about a gang. Donald Trump is talking about these gang members out of control, but y'all saying, no, Trump is wrong. He's talking about building the wall. You need rawness in times like this. We're at the extinction level. You need the rawest of raw to be able to handle these demons. You need the rawest of raw and realest of real, because it's really real out here right now, folks. Never did I mean, I did. I'm lying to myself because I ain't gonna lie. What really got me so paranoid right now is that little text I got, because I was just watching the chick in her videos like 2 days ago, and I just sent her the message 2 days ago. And I didn't watch the video today. I need to pull up the video right now because I haven't seen her video in 2 days. But like I said, she fell back. Let's see if she came out right now, because this is serious right now. I'm dead serious right now. And when I say my nerves are shot, it's because I said, yo, look, they really fucking with the waters. But once we get the memo from the media, once the media starts speaking about the water and problems, that's when you know it's at a super duper high. Okay, folks? It's at a super duper all-time high right now because the media sent a message out saying, yo, don't drink that water, okay? Don't drink that shit. I'm already probably contaminated. You know, if it's contaminants in it, you know, because I had it yesterday. I cooked. I had to use the water cooking. I know I should be using bottled water, but I don't trust that shit neither. I ain't gonna lie, bottled water hurts my stomach like crazy. I drink bottled water. I drink a little sip of bottled water, and it feel like I just took poison. My stomach feel like it just hit a brick. A brick dropped in my stomach. I could drink Kool-Aid. I could drink anything with sugar early in the morning. My stomach won't hurt. But I drink a thing of water, bottled water, and my stomach will be like acid just went in my shit. Why my phone keep going off with dumb shit? Let me see what this young lady talked about, okay? Because this is real right now. White supremacy, folks. You want to know what white supremacy look like? Okay, her last thing was 3 days ago. Like I said, her last thing was 3 days ago. Now, like I told you, her last video was 3 days ago. And they say, they don't want me to tell you this. That was the last video. They don't want me to tell you this. So let her tell y'all this, okay, real quick. But yo, see, they don't want, look, the key to this whole thing, the key to their mission, let me help you out, folks, okay? The only thing that will stop this, I'm telling you what the only thing that can stop it. The only thing that can stop their overall mission for extinction level event is black people. The only thing that can stop this is black people. That's why they give you movies like Motown. That's why they give you movies like Foreman, Big George Foreman. That's why they give you a whole bunch of things right now to keep you entertained so that you could be distracted from what you're supposed to be focused on, which is going out there. Like I said, Umar need to get his fucking dumbass out there in Delaware and organize this rally and bring major attention to this water situation so the people across every state can now start putting more major influence on this shit. And nigga, you an educator. You in the education field. Do your work. Stop with the orator and get out there now, become this activist that's needed. And at the same time, pay me my motherfucking money. Let me let this chick talk.
Expert will do your taxes for you. You're free to do anything else. Hey guys, listen, I know I've been MIA over here for a couple of days, but it's going to be a couple more days. So I've had a lot interesting emails and lately some really random phone calls from numbers I've never seen, different area codes, if you will, from all across the United States. Some numbers that don't seem like they're from here. And I feel the need to just take like a small little step back from this right this moment, just for the safety of not just myself, but my family also, because like I said, the uptick in, we'll use the word threats because technically that's what I'm getting, whether it's, you know, through emails or comments here on YouTube or over on Instagram also. There's been a significant uptick in the last couple of weeks that just is making me a hint uncomfortable. So until I get it all sorted out, I'm going to have to step back for just a minute or two, hopefully not too long. I do have things being looked into by some helpful sources, if you will. So hopefully things will be fine and I'll be back here in a couple of days. But until then, just keep paying attention to everything that's going on around you and in the country, in your state, in your cities. And watch whatever channels are out there that are trying to bring you what they can. Again, if you're watching the news, take everything with a grain of salt because we know that they are not bringing you every single thing that they should, and hopefully there's some other channels out there that you can go to right now until I can get back over here that will give you a little bit more in-depth searches and answers on some things that are going on. I know there's a ton going on right now and it's killing me not doing a little bit more, but again, until I can kind of guarantee the safety of not just myself but my family, I'm gonna have to do just a little baby step back. So I love you all. I appreciate you immensely for checking in on me and for just being here in general. So please, y'all be safe out there, and I will hopefully be back in a few days. Okay, I love you all. Bye.
When you look at the Civil War and you think about, you know, what really transpired and what helped out with the Civil War, what helped out with the Civil War is what's going to help out with what's going on right now, is white lives waking up like this woman right here and realizing that, yo, there's big pictures out here that we need each other. And how many times she said, love you, love you. You got to say love, folks. We got to have love in our conversation because love is the only thing that's going to get us through this shit. But it's like I said, I was watching. I'm gonna pull up the video that I was watching so that you can hear what he said. And what made me say, I gotta send this woman a message because what I just heard from this dude, she need to know. And so I texted a message real quick because she responded to my message a few times. And so I texted a message real quick and she responded. And the next thing I know, she did this video. Okay, she did that video, and I'm so happy that she listened. Once going back to what I just said, I'm so happy that she listened. Well, let's rewind about like an hour and a half ago. I said to you, look, and this is not me saying, I want a white girl. This is me saying this, that the woman that I'm with, if I have a dog and I can snap my fingers and point to the ground and the dog knows sit without me have to speak and talk and scream at the dog and hit the dog, I need a woman that I can communicate with in the same manner. Who can see eye to eye with me. Now, you tell a black woman, you need to fall back, and she think about her success of her fucking channel. She probably think you hating because she got growth in her channel. No, shorty, I'm really saying, fall back, because this shit is crazy right now. You gotta fall back. Fall back. You gotta fall back. Fall back. You need to fall back, fall back, please fall back, fall back, fall back, FALLBACK, fall back, please. It's not about the success of your channel. Fall the fuck back so you can get your plan together so that you can get the success for the people. Fall back. Don't allow this demonic shit to really take you over. You must fall back. And that's what y'all need to understand. Every little battle is not something that you got to engage with, because there's bigger things out in the world that needs us. What is white supremacy? And what's black? I don't know why my phone keep doing that dumb shit. It's really annoying me. What's white supremacy as opposed to black pride? Let me see if I can pull up something of black pride. What black pride is? What the hell is this? All right, there's a video I ain't never seen. I'm about to pull it up right now. Oh, shut the fuck up. Next time, do your video in English, chick. Fuck wrong with you? No, you ain't getting my vote.
Multiculturalism a weapon against African people. The reason I'm calling multiculturalism a weapon against African people is due to the fact multiculturalism did not begin being pushed through American society, through Western history, through Europe, Canada, South Africa, Australia, France, all the European theaters of power. All the European countries, they started pushing multiculturalism in the 1970s and the 1980s as a response to the African-centered approach to the study of history, culture, and civilization. I'm going to say it again. Multiculturalism was put out by the white power structure to dismiss and distract away from African-centered approach to history, culture, and civilization. When our grandmaster teachers gave birth to the black knowledge and black book explosion of the 1960s through the 1990s, when our scholars gave birth to the black book and black information explosion from the 1960s to the 1990s, that's when the white power structure.
Okay, so let me stop the coon carnage real quick. So that's called black pride. And white supremacy, white supremacy saw black pride building. Because black pride, like I say, black pride look like, it could be supreme. So white supremacy saw, oh, y'all building, y'all getting too big for yourselves. So white supremacy slapped it down. But black pride was more focused on black supremacy. Black supremacy will say, you know what? We're going to embrace it all and run it all. The black pride will say, we don't need nothing else. We can do it ourselves. We don't need this. We don't need that. What is that we don't need, and what is that we need to do with ourselves? Hold on, let me get there. That can't be shut down by Russia. That can't be shut down by China. Like, this is way big, this is way bigger. I said that it's going to end because of us, but it's going to end because of us getting organized and being the heads of the states, being heads of the multiculturalism, being the head and the CEO, the president of whatever it is. That's the way that you win. But by saying, hey, you know what? We're going to separate us, nigga. We will be annihilated once everybody say, yo, they a problem. We don't need them no more. They done separated themselves from us. We got athletes. You take them away them being athletes. What else we need them for? We got robots and computers now. We don't need these niggers. So once you realize that, you know what? If multiculturalism is taking over, then we need to take over multiculturalism. Going back to what I said, he need to get his big mouth talking ass up out there, stop casting spells on folks, and get up out there and become the head of that movement for Delaware and their water. Oh, but he's going to let some Karen, huh? Right? He's going to let some Karen go out there and be the spokesperson for it, right? And because he wasn't the head of it, then he's going to criticize the Karen that went out there to be the spokesperson for it. He's going to ridicule the Karen and say the Karen ain't really for the black people. If it wasn't for, he's going to try and cast a spell on you because he didn't have the smarts enough to get out there and become the head of that movement. That's black supremacy. Become the head of the movement. Be supreme over but he would be Black Pride and talk to Black Pride and say, hey, they infiltrated us with multiculturalism and all this other stuff. And then people say, they did. And I'll say, okay, so why didn't Black supremacy say, you know what? We're going to take over it and have more control of it. And we're going to put and set forth the agenda of this multiculturalism. But the same as what happened with hip hop is what happened with everything else. We go against it, and then someone else say, yo, I'm going to pick this shit the fuck up. So you don't. He really don't get it. The see. Damn man, God is something. Multiculturalism, because look at he says it started back in the 70s. See, that was multiculturalism because they saw the rise of the power of Black people. See, they labeled it multiculturalism, but it's really get with these niggas. See, multiculturalism really was about infiltrating and taking over what they realized was the real power. But they couldn't label it anything Black because then they would have gave us the power. So they say multiculturalism, meaning that it's beyond white culture. Because everything before the 60s and 70s was about white culture. And so when they realized that, yo, this Black culture is the future, they labeled it multiculturalism and infiltrated our culture. That's why to this day it's culture vultures, because they realized that this is the culture. So instead of saying Black history and Black culture, they said multiculturalism because they knew how to take it over, because we wasn't ready to take it over. All we wanted to do was be mad and march and fight, but we didn't want to have control over the culture that they stole from us. That was forming and it formed once again. It's the power. They saw they said, yo, this power is too powerful. This is all after the civil rights and all that shit. So they say, yo, we gotta give them some jobs. We gotta include them so that they can't keep building, because if they keep building, just like the Nation of Islam, yo, and they did that underneath us, and we didn't even see it happen. How the hell they get this powerful? Nah, we gotta integrate this shit because we gotta know what's going on. But instead of like I say, Black Pride complains at the end. So instead of complaining, we were supposed to say, yo, if you can do it, we can do it. We can do it better and take over. So they say multiculturalism. So we were supposed to be the heads of the multicultural movement. Like I say, everything we move off of ignorant emotions, and then at the very end, we lose the bags. Well, like right now, folks, it's later than what you think. They contaminating the water. They contaminated waters already, and they're going to continue to contaminate. It's so weird. Yo, y'all want to hear? Yo, shit, yo. Last 2 days, I had headaches. Today, I have a headache. Yesterday, I had a headache. And they came out of nowhere. And right now, my headache is coming back. I feel it throbbing. I haven't been having headaches like this. And now they say something about the wood. I'm like, oh, shit. I wonder. Yesterday, I had a headache. Today, I have a headache. I haven't been having headaches in a long time, years. And I'm getting a headache. I don't know if it's because I'm hungry, I need to eat. But I think, I did eat early. I ate early this morning. I ate something. I guess I need to eat something again. But no, I have a little mild headache. And I would like to know how many other people is feeling like they got a headache or feeling a little nausea right now. And I'm not trying to say, oh, it's all in my head. But I'm like, yo, yesterday I really had a headache. And today, I was in the bed yesterday, just laid in bed. And today I'm still sitting in my bed with a little slight headache. Not little, it's actually getting big. It's later than what we think, folks. We need to stop with this Black power and pride shit and now become Black supremacy. Black supremacy. And black supremacy, just like white supremacy, don't necessarily have to mean that you're a racist. Black supremacy, all you have to do when it comes to you say I'm a black supremacist, is thinking no different than it's like it's like the Olympics. I'm just trying to get my gold medal. I'm a black supremacist just trying to get the gold. What you mean by that? It's no different than the Olympics, You got the best athletes competing against each other for the gold. Right now, we're competing for this power. See, there's always been a competition for power. We just got to put it out there in front line and say, this is what it is. We competing for this power. Time to wake up, folks. I'm trying to help you. What's the other video that I wanted to pull up? Oh God, I pulled that video up just because I'm trying to, see what Black Pride. I'm not going to listen to no more of that shit. I'm not going to have them talking on my shit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go down a few videos because I don't listen to none of these videos. I'm gonna go down to another video. This one says, "What the F is this?" Okay, that was that multiculturalism joke 3 hours ago. What the F is this 3 days ago? So I'm gonna go check this out. Because a lot of times y'all people be like, he makes me, he's right. But I can come back over and be like,
We as African people have done a horrible job of protecting our turf. Religion has brainwashed us into letting other people steal from us, run over us, and take advantage of us.
But yet and still that nigga was up in the church selling his books, preaching, collecting donations. But it's always quick to say religion. I tell you like this, if you take religion away from the people, this world been a lot more animalistic. Okay? So when he opens up and say that religion is the problem, that's him, that's him really trying to point a finger. Excuse me. That's the person trying to point a finger away from themselves. Religion has nothing to do with it. Like I say, these are spell casting right here. Let me start this over for him.
Chinese Jamaicans. We as African people have done a horrible job of protecting our turf. Religion has brainwashed us into letting other people steal from us, run over us, and take advantage of us. Religion has brainwashed us into letting other people steal from us, run over us, and take advantage of us. Religion has brainwashed us into letting other people run over us, take advantage of us, and steal from us.
I don't agree with that. I'm just showing you folks a comparison of Black Pride. And I'm showing you what Black Pride is. That's Black Pride. Black Pride is talk. Black supremacy is that that's false. Because what they say, we have more black churches than anything, right? So if we have more black churches than anything, that means that black church has nothing but real estate and all this other stuff. And it means it has a lot of power. But to say that they the reason why Chinese, when did you ever see a Chinese person in the black church? What do Chinese and black church have? How the hell are he gonna mix those two? No, what it was is the fact that you was the division. He was the division. and all other spellcasters are division setters. Trendsetters, division setters. You have trendsetters, then you have division setters. Umar Johnson is a 100% division setter, not a trend setter. He's a division setter. I don't know why my phone keep doing what it's doing right now, because it was not doing it all day.
Black politicians are the big reason for why non-Africans think they African, non-Jamaicans think they Jamaican, non-Haitians think they Haitian, non-Nigerians think they Nigerians, non-South Africans think they South Africans, non-Ghanaians think they Ghanaians. Stop this multicultural bullshit. Stop before it's too late. These people don't identify with you. These people don't identify with you. They don't think they're African. They don't think they're Jamaican. They just want you to think that, so you let them steal your resources, rob your money, control your land, mistreat your people. Chinese think they're better than Jamaican. They don't think they're Jamaican. They just telling you that so they get the freedom to run around and steal and do.
So we talk about Chinese supremacy now. You see what I'm saying? Because Chinese are in Africa. It's so beautiful. They took that. They took their worst people. Because remember, China got billions and billions and billions of people. They took their lowest level people, shipped them out of China, shipped them to the black areas, and told them, you take over, get up, because they don't want it. Don't blame. They don't want. Look, they don't want it. They don't want their land. They don't want their power. They don't want it. All they want to do is put fake hair on. See, we want to talk about Jamaicans. All they want to do is wear fake hair, fake nails, look fake, have mad difficult. They don't even want to be themselves. So they don't want it. We're going to take it. All women. I want you to do a calculation real quick. Calculate how much you think you spent on hair in the last 15 years. Calculate how much you think that you spent on hair and nails in the last 15 years. Because I was raised underneath my mom's, and I never seen her go to the nail salon. I always seen her polish her nails, take the nail polish, in all sorts of shit. I used to cut her nails and shit. So I know that mom was not going and spending money on getting her nails polished by some Korean chick. I want to know what a Jamaican woman. I don't even. Whenever I think of like a Jamaican woman, whenever I think of a Jamaican woman. If you say what do a Jamaican woman look like, close your eyes and think of what a Jamaican woman look like. You know what the first thing I see? I see red hair. I see long, red, straight hair with green mascara or whatever you call that shit on her eyes, with blue fingernails, long. It's not even dreads no more. I don't even see the Jamaican chick with dreads. I see her with long, straight, red hair. And now, you want to look, you want to know what African women look like now? I'm gonna show you what African women look like now. Y'all want to know what African women look like? Y'all don't want yourselves. What the fuck you talking about? This is what African women look like. You want to know what African women look like? You know what African women look like? I don't want you to see a butt and not like that. This is what African women look like. See? So Umar, I asked you a question. What do you have to say about black women infiltrating white and Asian culture? Look at Nicki Minaj. What do you have to say about black women invading European looks, invading the European style, and now the Asian style? See, look, they sit back watching. Yo, look, we always want to complain about everybody else, but they all sat back too. They tired. They like, yo, how they got all the spotlight and they do the same thing, or they do even worse. Hundreds of billions of dollars spent on looking like other cultures, and then y'all mad because these cultures like, you know what? We embrace your culture now. So now you mad because everyone else want to embrace our culture, but I blame it on the women because they embrace their culture. But you call them queens, my queens, my queens, my queens. You freeloading leftover motherfucker. You sloppy second, third, fourth having mother effer. He says she can have 6 baby moms. That's okay. She can have 9 kids. I'm okay with that. I ain't got no sons. Like, oh, dude, you sound crazy. A woman with 9 kids, no man, is a piece of shit. And I did not stutter. A woman walking around with 9 kids and no man is a piece of shit, but he would call her a queen. Fuck wrong with this nigga? Because that's the spell, black pride. You know, no, nigga, black supremacy. I'm a man, and as I'm speaking, no, nigga, what the hell wrong with you having 9 kids? You ain't got no man? Oh, I know why you ain't got no man. I'm gonna tell you the secret. I'm gonna tell you why most women don't have men now. Is because their pride and their fucking big ass mouths. Pride and mouths. That's the thing of black people. Is we got pride and mouths. I just said women right there, but pride and mouths. That's all the black race is right now. They want to have this false set of pride and big ass mouths and not focus on being supreme and being in control and being the kings and queens and gods that we claim to be. That's the difference between black pride and white supremacy. So is there a difference? Hells to the mother effing yes. And I don't want to be part of black pride. I want black supremacy now. And black supremacy, you know, but how black supremacy is not just supreme. It don't say. See when you damn, this nigga's stupid. Like he's not no real scholar, folks. I'm hitting you in the head with some real shit. What do white supremacy say? What is a white supremacist? Damn, it didn't read it this time. Okay, let me see. Let me ask a different question. What is white supremacy?
Here's the definition of white supremacy. The belief that white people constitute a superior race and should therefore dominate society, typically to the exclusion or detriment of other racial and ethnic groups.
Okay, mother effer. Okay, mother effer. Of other races and ethnical groups. Other, not just yours. See, black pride is just focused on black folks, but supremacy is over all. So if I'm a white person, we got white power going on. So now we want to be supreme. Now we're going to have multiculturalism, and we're going to be heads of that shit. So for this dumbass nigga to say, yo, multiculturalism is fucked up, that's because you don't understand what white supremacy is. You don't know what supremacy is. It's to take over. And because every damn nation on the planet would love to be in the shoes of us. They would love to be in our shoes. They would love to be able to wear our shoes, be in our shoes, be in our footsteps. That's why they're taking it over. Meaning that we can become black supremacists and we can rule in love. Rule society in love, yo. That's what's supposed to happen. But for him to say, oh, multicultural, that's because he's speaking from a victim. Yo, Umar Johnson, it plays the victim role all day. Umar Johnson got his following playing the victim, talking victimism. And all your little victim heads run around and supporting because y'all think y'all victims. No, then a man coming up and y'all thank you for your love and support and donations that y'all, when y'all gave. But when I had to stand up and say, yo, stop trying to play me like I'm some old weak victim. I'm not Umar. I had to rise up and say, yo, keep y'all fucking little money that y'all, keep your fucking money. Because I ain't going to play no victim. If I need help and assistance, I'll ask for it here and there. And I rarely do. It was actually two women I really, truly asked for some help. Thank y'all, ladies. I really appreciate you. 2. Maybe 3. Maybe, I think it was 3. I'm going to say 3. It was 3 women that I asked for something. And that's because I felt I could ask them. I felt comfortable enough to ask them. I felt like we was friends for me to ask them. So salute to those ladies. But blame the victim, fuck out of here. And if I could get those women to come on live right now and talk about it, they would let you know that as easy or as the same way as I asked them for a little help and assistance. Oh no, I was a beast at the same goddamn time because I need them to know that no, I'm still man. But thank y'all for your help. I really mean that. But I'm not being a victim, and I'm not going to allow you to think I'm a victim so that you can have your head and think that you have to have pity and sympathy. No, I want you to look at me as like, yo, I'm supporting him because he is a future. He is strong. We need people like him. Not because, oh, I feel bad for him. No, be the same way. But just look at me like, yo, I'll hit you. I support you because I like your energy. We need people like you. So I support you. $IC Don 167. We support you. But don't be like, oh, I pity for you, so I give you this. Don't pity, support. I had to tell the people back then. I said, yo, support is support. Y'all listen to a word support thinking that person asked for handle. No, give support. My chat is the only chat. My chat line is the only chat line that be straight blank. I could be on this shit for like 10 hours. And nobody will come on. I can't say no. Shout out to Philly OG. He would come out and let me know, yo, Don, I'm here. Thank you. He checked it. He did a check-in and he disappeared. But when he do a check-in, at least he is like present. Philly OG, present. I'm here. I might not even agree with Don, but I'm here, present. So now you know that we are having a conversation. I'm listening to you. I'm here. But I have a whole bunch of motherfuckers that be, well, I have a few people that be there, and they can't even say, yo, peace, Don. I'm the only one that have a chat line that I can talk for 10 hours and maybe get 1 or 2 fucking comments. But will listen to me for 5 hours. Support. You don't have to pity, support, show love. And you don't have to take the words and be, wake the fuck up. Become aware. and realize that you have real men speaking real talk, and really it's time to move. Y'all was right there with me. For those people who might not seen it, let me go back to it. And before I disappear. Oh, this girl from Philly, that was a text she just sent me. All right, she just sent me a text. And it's basically the text that she got. You know what I'm saying? This is her sending me the message. Shout out to you, mama. Indian girl, matter of fact, she's Indian. City of Philadelphia. This is okay for all those people who might not know. City of Philadelphia recommends using bottled drinking water from 2 p.m. Today until further notice. For all Philly Water Department customers, contaminants have not been found. Contaminants have not been found in the system at this time, but this is out of caution due to a spill in Delaware River. Now, if Umar Johnson is not out there advocating this, he is 100% a fraud. If Umar Johnson is not going out there to be the head voice box, we don't look. This one I'm trying to. If you allow a woman to go out there to be the head voice box of it, don't look at Umar Johnson as no orator. Don't look at Umar Johnson as no leader, no speaker, no nothing, no CEO, no president, no nothing, no principal, nothing. He's just a loudmouth talking, begging bastard. Well, no, he got a father. Faggot. That's a better word. And I mean that because, it's a calling. You got to be able to see people don't see their calling because they try not to believe in the Creator. But once your calling calls your number and you don't step up, warning, 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 warning. Now, this young lady, a friend of mine, and never no interaction, nothing like that. I known her for 3 years. We talked on the phone, and I seen her one time. I seen her when I met her. Then I seen another time she was walking down the block, and then that's when we spoke. And we just been talking on phone, and nothing serious, not just talking, chatting on the phone. But this is her concern for me, and trust me, I done barked and chewed her out, blocked her, leave me the fuck alone. Who the hell are you talking to? I done all sorts of things, but is the respect is still there. Let me see. I didn't read this, but I'm gonna read it with you. This is a text message to me. Do not give you anybody else spigot water. I don't know what she's saying, faucet water, because it's something in the water. Use bottled waters for now. Okay, that's concern. And brush your teeth with it. You know what I'm saying? And then she sent me that. And because she knows where I'll be speaking, so when I'll be trying to put it on the thing, she'll be sitting there listening. So she asked me something the last time we spoke, which was like 2 months ago. And I had told her, like, yo, listen, man, because she was like, yo, what you think is going on? I said, yo, we gotta get ready. We're in trouble. So that's why once she got that, she hit me up. Because she's like, damn, Don, yo, man, what's going on? And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Our women, whether you dealing with them or not, our women needs men now more than ever. Just for the security, just for the comfort zone, just to pick up the phone, yo, I just want to make sure you're still around. Because if shit happens, I would like for you to save me. Even though I know we never interacted, but I know because I don't have my baby daddy, I don't have no son, I don't have no, I don't have no family like that. I have my mother, I have my sister, but we don't have men like that. Our women is looking for men just to be able to cling to, because they know these times are serious right now. And that's why I was trying to tell them, for him to be talk about this division stuff, when we have too much stuff that's really coming down on us, that we're going to all need each other, all hands on deck. We have to become the leaders of this multicultural takeover. And I need y'all to really get that. Let me go back to this real quick. Let me just hear what he's saying a little bit.
They'd like people to care about their opinions and like what they ate for lunch and, things about my life that just make sense or whatever. But how many people could make a company and deal with the things you deal with, like recruiting and, because I mean, not on the same scale as you, but I do things and it's tough. It's a business. It's fun in front of the camera, but behind the scenes, it's a business. And that is a German attribute, to be industrious. I'm Italian. The only times I'm on time for things is when I like get the time wrong, when I think I'm supposed to be there way earlier than I'm actually supposed to be there. Because I thought I was supposed to be here at 3.
Oh, really?
That's why I texted you. I texted you, I'm on my way, because I thought I was already 10 minutes late when I was leaving.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Blessing was more late African.
Well, he's black.
Yeah.
So the person that she is talking to is Nick Fuentes. This is important. Nick Fuentes. Now, who is Nick Fuentes? Well, don't take my word for it. Let's go to more of Fuentes. Now, who is Nick Fuentes?
Like I say, man. I'm about to turn this phone off. Yo. So, because this guy is with this whole, he's a supporter of Trump or whatever case may be, is now we got to assassinate him. Because he said, oh, because he's black. He was like, oh, because he's black. And laughing. And I'm pretty sure everybody up in that room was on laugh mode. Just chilling. Wasn't offended. Because before they put the camera on, I'm pretty sure they was conversing and talking and shit like that. And for him to feel comfortable enough to speak that talking amongst those people, it says it meant nothing. How many people know what CP? That's what I was trying to put in there. My head really hurts. Who knows what is CPT? Who knows what CPT is? Okay. Well, as when you look at this Trump thing, let me go back to where I was going to. I went all over the planet. We need control. We need to control this multiculturalism movement. That's why we need our own political party. And when I say our own, I'm talking about, it's going to sound weird because it's multicultural, but it's ours because we launched it. When you launch, look, you cannot become president of this country without getting some Spanish votes, without getting some white. Barack Obama did not become president of this country because of the black vote. Matter of fact, let me check that out. Oh my God, this phone's so annoying. I'm really getting the headaches, folks. How many votes did President Barack Obama get? Okay, matter of fact, let me do it like this. How many total votes did Barack Obama get in 2008?
According to Wikipedia, Obama's total count of 69.5 million votes stood as the largest tally ever won by a presidential candidate until 2020, when this was surpassed by both major party candidates in a high turnout election.
Okay, so he got 69.5 million votes, the highest ever. And then, like I said to everybody, I said, yo, the only person that can outdo him would be Trump. And I wasn't online at this time when I said that, and everybody was just getting mad at me. I'm not dick riding. I'm just telling you a fact because I was traveling. I seen some shit. I seen the crowds. I'm like, wow. So Trump and Joe Biden. The reason why Joe Biden was able to get more than Trump is because it was really that sick. So Joe Biden basically got Barack Obama's wave. Because Joe Biden done ran for president before. He didn't get that many votes. He got Barack Obama's way because everybody thought Barack Obama would be back in office just by having Joe. So that's what he got. So Joe Biden got Barack Obama's votes, then he got his own votes. Now let's see how many black votes he got. And I want to know how they know how many black people voted. You know what I'm saying? How do you know how many black people voted? How many black people voted for Barack Obama in 2008? I'm gonna put this phone down too, folks. Yo, the technology, y'all put it down for a day or two, man, so your brains and your eyes can heal. Looking at this technology all the time is hurting your brains and your eyes, and it's fucking this up, all right? Wow. Let's take a look-see. Let's take a look-see. This is Barack Obama. Okay. This is Barack Obama in his. So you had that in that for whites. You had that with blacks. 1.2, 1.6, and with Spanish, 1.8. He had more Spanish people go out there and vote for him than he did with maybe I'm looking at something wrong. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. This ain't even what I asked for. I'm looking at something that wasn't even what I asked for. Well, the bottom line is that there's no way in life that you can become anything without getting the multicultural vote. Like when you look at the American Idol, it wasn't just white people, it was multicultural, everybody voting. When you look at the election, any race, it's not just one race that's voting. You cannot do anything. You cannot gain any form of power in a country that's diverse. You cannot have power in a multi-diverse country just with your own. You have to become the powerhouse of all to have the power in the country that's multi-diverse. Okay? There's no way in life that in this country, America, that a black power movement will be able to overcome the amount of people, of diverse people that's in this country. There's no way. I mean, there's no way. So for us to really sit back and think, that, you know, saying we're going to be able to do everything for ourselves in America or Africa without, look at Africa. Joe Biden sent Africa bread. Like, there's no way, especially this late in the game, because our organizing skills is really not up to par. We are hurting ourselves. So 2 hours and 39 minutes in, and now I will let you know that with the political party that I want to develop is the ALM, which stands for All Lives Matter Party. Okay? We need the All Lives Matter political party. Y'all want to defeat the enemy, you got to defeat the enemy with the enemy. You got to allow the enemy to defeat itself. with the police force, that was behind this All Lives Matter, but they now going to denounce it. The fire department, they now going to denounce it. All our EMT workers and essential workers, they all going to denounce that All Lives Matter, because now we formed a black political party that focuses on All Lives Matter. (2024), we got to get on this ballot. Time to wake up, folks. It's later than what you think. If we're not organizing, we ain't doing nothing. And organizing don't mean that we're raising money to open up a school. Organizing means that we are focused on how we're going to get black supremacy in this country. Thank y'all for your listening ear. Thank you for your support. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to let this dude have his little conversation, and then I'm going to end this live stream when I feel this should be done. I'm signing off. Let me erase me. How do I minimize me? No, I don't want to minimize that. Do this. How do I minimize? Oh, take me off. Remove me.
Well, don't take my word for it. Let's go to more of a reputable source. Nick Fuentes, if we look at him on Wikipedia, what does it say?
If you've got a flat roof like this one right here, and you don't want to spend tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, then
say, and I know that Wikipedia can be off sometimes, but this seems to be what I would see from what I've researched about him accurate. It says this: sad music. Nicholas Joseph Fuentes, born August 18th, 1998, is an American white supremacist political commentator and live streamer. A former YouTuber, his channel was permanently suspended in February 2020 for violating YouTube's hate speech policy. He is known for holding anti-Semitic views and denying the Holocaust. Fuentes identifies as a member of the incel movement and as a supporter of authoritarian government and a Catholic integralist and a Christian nationalist. Let me click on the term of white supremacist. Okay, white supremacy is the belief that white people are superior to those of other races and thus should dominate them. The belief favors the maintenance and defense of any power and privilege held by white people. White supremacy has its roots in now discredited doctrine of scientific racism and was the key justification for European colonialism. So I just want to put myself into her shoes. Okay. Now, if she is not a racist person, let's just think about this. She's made the majority of her money trying to do a lot of collaborations with black YouTubers. She's even tried to reach out to me before. Of course, that's a no-go. All right. But if you look at the people that she brings onto her channel, Brittany Renner, recently, M-TeeFDMGBoogieman, the black community. A lot of people work for her are black. All right. Just black. So that we know. We know that from just looking at her live streams. Look at her thumbnails. Most of the people are who? Black. Melanie King? Black. Okay, so follow what I'm saying. You have black people who come into your studio, and then you fly out an American white supremacist who, based off his theory, looks at black people as below him. That's what all white supremacists do. It doesn't matter if they like black people, if they like black individuals. Some people even sleep with black people. But the core values are what? Whites should rule over blacks because we are better than them. Then you mentioned that the person comes late. She's African. Then you talk to him about, you don't think that slavery is a real thing or it didn't happen to that much in front of the black people that you hire. Now, I want you guys to put yourself in the shoes, right? In these shoes. Imagine you lived in Israel. You had a podcast called Just Pearly Things. Could you invite Nick Fuentes, who is anti-Semitic, into that podcast in Bethlehem, Israel, or in Jerusalem, or any big city there? And then you have Jewish people that work for you, and let's say they're late. Can you say, sad music, haha, you're late, Jewish person? No, you could never say that, right? The Jews would never even allow you to come there. You would immediately be shut down. But here's how other black people who comment on my channel take it. Let's look at Lucky and Now. I believe in calling a spade a spade. She didn't say anything that isn't true, though, at least not for everyone. You ever heard of African time? No one is perfect at the end of the day. Yes, too bad, Lucky. She is saying that in front of a white supremacist, which you give that a complete pass, right? And again, it's okay if it's a white woman. That's why nobody who thinks like Lucky Enam will ever have anything. Who thinks like him, okay? No Jewish person thinks like this and successful. No Asian person thinks like this and successful. The blacks think like that and have nothing based on that. It's okay in calling a spade, even if it's in front of a white supremacist who feel that your black employees are genetically less than he is. Let's look at somebody else. Christopher Walker on my video commented, maybe I'm a part of the minority, but I don't really see what she did wrong exactly. I am a black person who is most definitely pro-black, but I don't see the extreme nature of the situation, especially within the context. With the context, this is where he's really messed up. How can you be a pro-black person and you're okay with a white person who has hired black people having a conversation with a white supremacist and you call yourself pro-black? This is how sick some brothers are.
What is pro-black? What is pro-black? I'm pro-black. What's a white supremacist? I'm pro-white. So pro-black and pro-white cannot conversate. Pro-black and pro-white, what, must hate each other? I'm trying to understand what this dude is really putting out there. Pro-black means, I'm for building black businesses. I'm for building black infrastructure. I'm for building a black library, black school, black high school. I'm for creating jobs for black people. I'm here to help get these black folks off these drugs, and I'm pro-black. But what do that mean now? Do that mean that I'm pro-black so I hate white people? I'm pro-black so I hate Chinese people. I'm pro-black so these people got it twisted of what it is. This is what I'm trying to tell you, putting spells on one another. What does being pro-black have to do with a person with a talk show and having a person who's is an Italian young kid who believes in white power? White power. We believe in white power. Why do they believe in white power? Because watch, oh man, he's about to beat y'all niggas up, okay? Because although we be buffoons, and although we are assholes, and although we are jokers and all this other stuff, our schools is better. We respect our schools more. We respect our communities more. Come into our neighborhoods and see if you see litter and trash all over the place. Maybe I need to do a video so that I can show you what white supremacy looks like. Okay, because I don't think a lot of people know what white supremacy really looks like. I lived in New York, and I'm from Queens, And I lived in South Jamaica, Queens, and you know, I've lived through the 80s, and I watched South Jamaica, Queens really, really turn around and become nice. It was always nice, but I really watched it become nice. You take a drive, get on the highway, you drive a little, maybe 15 minutes, you in New Hyde Park, or you in you somewhere in Long Island. And you walk the streets of Long Island, you walk the streets of white Long Island, and you walk the streets of black Brooklyn, and you will understand what white supremacy is. See, y'all need to stop acting like fucking faggot ass victims. I'm sorry I'm cursing, but that's what people acting like. Little coochies with your period. Change your pad. I was going to sign off, but I'm like, listen to the dude. I'm like, yo, my nigga, why are you sitting here playing like a victim? Let's really do it. Maybe I need to do a major video of showing what white supremacy, why white people feel like they supreme. Stop acting like y'all don't know. Stop trying to just play a victim, because we've been victims. Play leaders, play show and prove. That's all we want to see and hear. This dude with over 200,000 subscribers is sitting there like some punk bitch, talking about this girl has nothing but black people working for her staff. All her avatar, look at look at it. It's all black in interviews, and then she invites this white boy. Maybe she wanted to fucking just have him conversation with him to understand what's his viewpoints. And I'm pretty sure that before she even did that, she had a conversation with her staff. You stupid asshole! Don't act like she just did this on her own. You retard! I'm pretty sure that chick. I'm gonna go back on the video and show you the black chick who, if she was part of the staff, I'm pretty sure that if that was her staff, I don't know who, but anybody that's part of her staff or black staff, I know that before she did that, she had a sit down meeting with them, and there was a hell yeah, invite him. We would like to know his viewpoints. We would like to know his stance. And this little corny ass puss boy comes on these streets and trying to put in your ears, look at how she got this nationalist. And, but if she has most of her staff is black, you don't think she ran that by them? I know she ran it by them. Her president don't even come out as the snooty, snotty snob over. She don't come out as the Ellen of the talk show. I don't sense Ellen from her. I sense that she's like, I was thinking, because I was looking and listening to this guy. What you think about me pulling him in and having him on the show? What y'all think? And the dude's like, yo, I mean, I can't really make it up there. I ain't got no money to make it up there. She's like, no, I got you. I'll fly you out there because this would be a great show. I would like to know your stance. And so they laugh, they talk, and he's talking about being late and all this other stuff. And then she said, well, such and such was late. She involved that person. And most like I said, they had conversations. They said because they black. And they laughed. And everyone laughed. Who knows what CPT is? This boy is 24. There's a different type of generation. The younger generation is a different type of mouthpiece. They more bold. They say things not really being not manipulating, but they can't get the word out my mouth. Malicious. They're not being malicious. They just roar. This younger generation is not malicious. They are just what they are. They are basically products of us, the generation and the other generation. We became more vocal and bold and blunt because it's not that serious in this day and age. Not like how it was. It's really not. You're not going to tell me that this little 24-year-old white boy is like the 24-year-old white boy from Kentucky back in 1958. I don't sense that or feel that. He's part of this internet world, this whole computer generation, and he just found the mark, and they just rolling with it. They studying the blueprints from us. And if you pay attention to what he says everybody, they got their platforms, and all they do is talk about their accolades, talk about what they're eating, showing off a lot of their stuff. But your show is actually work. We see that you put work in it. You actually doing work. You're not just talking and debating and arguing amongst one another. You actually have a good show. That's coming from this dude. And that's why I be ready to smack all y'all niggas in the face. I want to just come and punch y'all in your faces and be like, yo, wake up. We need better content. But they would sit there and they would watch. If I went and I really, if I jumped Umar Johnson like 6'9", Tekashi 6'9", got jumped, and I had my cameraman there, and we jumped him, and we did it on camera. Do you know how many people would be in my chat line? Do you know how many conversations would be in that chat line if we watching the video of me stumping Umar? Do you know how many people will be watching right now the video? Don M stumps out Umar Johnson. How many views you think I would get? Goofy ass bastards. Peace.